and we are heading in to this, the most wonderful of places. It is Abyssal City, which is not a map I have a huge amount of experience in, but of course is GSL map. Very, very cool map indeed. And to the east, currently matching up there with 1 game apiece, we got Root Vibe in the blue trunks playing ZerG versus his opponent. It is Fnatic's Luvsic in the red trunks playing ZerG to the west.
That's right. Playing under the name Liquid Jinro. Of course, Jinro, being here in Las Vegas currently, has lent his account.
He's a kind man.
To a former friend.
Yep. Kind man, very cool man. Probably going to go and hustle a few poker tables, most likely.
Yes.
Jinro is known for that.
Yes. He did mention that. He says the Aria, the hotel,
yes, I've been
has very good poker tables,
really?
He said.
Yeah, that's an interesting comment, yeah. I mean, obviously we have to endorse our gracious host, the Cosmopolitan. I've gambled in the Cosmo a little bit, and I had some success.
Cosmo doesn't have, like, proper poker tables, though.
No, it does not.
Only the 3-card poker in games like this, but that's why Jinro wants to go.
Yeah, Jinro's not exactly a Pygout player, so...
He's not.
No, indeed not. Oh, we may see a differentiation in builds here, potentially. Very much so. It looks like we're going to be seeing Hatchery first here from Luvsic versus
he's taking the seatbelt off.
Yeah, he has, yeah. 15. But he's up against 15 pool, so, you know, it's more like bumper cars, really, than a busy Autobahn at this stage. It's possible that you may bump into Vibe, but there'll be a minor ding, nothing the insurance won't cover. And there's no real chance of very, very early aggression from this. This is no 8 or 9 pool, so... You should be okay, especially on a map like this. And what do you reckon to this map when it comes to ZvZ? I have to confess that I haven't had the opportunity to watch too many ZerG versus ZerG on Abyssal.
Actually, any style is good. And when I say any styles, like Muta or Infestors can work well here, because it is a big map. Infestors are sometimes a little bit more difficult to get from a main to a third base to defend, because you have to creep spread there, so you can use Moots as well. A third base can come down pretty fast as well, so there's actually a lot of options on a map this size here. So it's going to come down to rather the players' own play styles and how they want to approach each other, and of course their own game here.
We'll see how that turns out. And Vibe obviously been favoring Muta quite a lot in this particular matchup. Yeah. His opponent mostly favoring Roach Infestor. But those styles are just very interchangeable. You could easily switch between the two depending on the situation. So no early aggression from these guys as of yet in the first 4 minutes of the game, which is not really a big surprise. Vibe gets all the information he could need, and Luvsic also has managed to position his Overlord back there. We have the... This is actually an enhanced version of the Space Shark here, as you can see. It's larger. It appears to have some kind of infection. It may be infested, and you know what? That's dangerous.
It wouldn't surprise me on this map. It is already infested with a bunch of ZerG, as we can see.
Yeah, ZerG have taken up residence here, which is... There's also fish here. I believe this map might actually be underwater, which...
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Is
when actually, when an SCV gets destroyed, the pieces of metal float upwards.
I had no idea.
Unfortunately, it's only ZerG here.
Yeah.
And nothing is constructed of metal.
Yeah, I'm not really sure as to why they are putting advertising billboards in the middle of the ocean. That doesn't seem like effective marketing to me.
Probably not.
Silly, silly Terran. That's why they keep losing tournaments.
Yep, that's the main reason.
That's the only reason. Absolutely. Well, in the meantime, let's have a look at the unit count. So we've got 4 Lings on the map, and absolutely bugger all on the map here for Luvsic, and an earlier Baneling nest for Luvsic as well. And this is where the swell of Lings comes in, and the initial Baneling aggression happens, with the Baneling nest coming up pretty early for Luvsic. I don't really see Vibe being able to do too much. He doesn't have a lot coming in yet.
Yeah, they're actually both building a lot of Lings and Banelings here, but the defender's always going to have an advantage here. He has a better position.
Yep.
He has the Baneling nest and the hatchery to filter units through.
Yep.
He also has a Spinecrawler down, so I actually don't mind Luvsic's position here, despite Vibe being the aggressive one.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, honestly. It depends on how Luvsic's Banelings actually connect. Yeah. They haven't been so good in this series thus far. That was a decent splash. Taking down 3, not ideal. That certainly wasn't very good at all. And Luvsic only now with 4 Banelings.
And the Spinecrawler is near completion, and he pushes it back for now, to be honest. And
yeah.
Vibe decides to drone. He knows he's not really going to get into it. He builds a lair and drones behind it. So Luvsic's defense is good enough here. There's still going to be a bit of more aggression.
Oh,
yeah, he's not cracking this.
I don't think so, and I'm actually kind of surprised he's building 4 more banelings. And oh wow, Luvsic actually just runs past them entirely. He's like, oh, you know what I could do? I could just run and see what kind of damage I can do here. And there's definitely a possibility. If he's not careful, he's going to get caught out by a surround. And Luvsic now making his way all the way across the map. In the meantime, these banelings waddling their way back into a defensive position, but this nice little run by could do some damage. Oh, he's got onto the ramp in a good position. Surrounds the Queen. Can he take it? No, he cannot. Vibe with a good defense here and manages to sort that out. But that was a cheeky little maneuver, I feel, there by Luvsic.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised that he's morphing banelings, Luvsic is, because he doesn't have enough gas to go lair, and he's falling really far behind in that. It's 8 minutes now, and he hasn't even started it. And either that's going to say he's about to build a lot of Link and a lot of banelings.
A decent trade there for Luvsic, but it didn't really accomplish anything, because where's the follow-up? 4 Zerglings doesn't really matter. Yes, you got rid of his defensive banelings, but you don't have anything to throw at him afterwards. So that wasn't really ideal for him either. Third base is coming up for Vibe, looking for a cancel here, but no, he should be able to respond quick enough without that actually dying, one would think. Or maybe not. He actually is forced into the cancel. I thought Vibe maybe had a few more links to respond with it, but actually he didn't. He only had 3, and now Vibe actually going for the infestation pit. And this is just a huge tech advantage here for Vibe. This lair is so late here for Luvsic. It's not going to be done. It's going to be done around the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, and I mean, the drone count, that's the only thing he has in the lead right now. It's just 10. That's all it is. And 10 drone lead doesn't make a big difference compared to the tech advantage and a faster third base here. So I really think that Luvsic may have made a bit of a mistake with that late of a lair. And as long as Vibe continues to hold, which he's doing quite well, and we're about to find out how well, depending on with these banelings.
Well, that was... He tried to do the little old switcheroo there, which didn't work out so well. He wanted to try and kill as many of those links as possible. Got another run by. That's a dead queen, so that's a nice little pickup here.
Oh, Luvsic's going Spire. Wow, he's going Spire with a late lair. I really don't think this choice is going to be good for him in this game, because the pathogen glance is already, you know, 20-25%. So we're going to see Infestors start to come out shortly, and with Infestors coming out, they'll be ready with energy before the Mutalists even get there. I don't think that going Mutalists is a good choice here.
I don't feel so, especially not. I mean, the thing about Mutas is they've got to hit at a very specific time when the defense isn't so good and when the tech of your opponent isn't where it needs to be, and that's just not happening. Luvsic continuing with the run-bys here and is able to get a huge amount of links actually into the main here. He could pick off the infestation pit, but he's decided not to go for it. He's actually just going for drones and queens here, which I view as a mistake. He could have surrounded and killed that. He has got 3 banelings into the main, and it's immediately been picked up by Vibe. So Luvsic just with mistake after mistake here, I feel, and not taking advantage of these little moments where he could do more damage and actually slow down tech. So, well, I mean, what's going to be happening with this Spire play? He's got 1,000 gas right now. He's not actually building any Mutalisks yet.
I think he knows it's not the right choice.
So what does he do with the gas at the end of the day?
Infestors. Yeah. But he hasn't got an infestation.
No, he hasn't, so...
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see as this game develops. But he's actually building roaches, which is going to be quite bad for him again in this game, because if he tries to attack anywhere with roaches, there should be enough infestors and roaches of Vibe's own here to defend.
Just to destroy them, absolutely.
But we'll see, because there aren't roaches being made yet for Vibe, and they're still being made for Luvsic. So he might be able to overwhelm his opponent if he spreads out well. I think that we're going to have to see Vibe identify that he needs to start building roaches of his own.
I think so, and Vibe's looking for the big run-by here, and he's got a potential to do some damage. The third base is actually pretty badly exposed, and Vibe's also bringing in some borrowed infestors as well, and wow, that was a good baneling detonation, and most of those lings actually cleared up quite nicely. These infestors now moving out of the way. A huge drone line, unfortunately, not able to grab it with a fungal to bring that down, but not the best harassment I've ever seen. He's got a lot of infested Terrans, but I don't know, he could pick this off, actually.
It's a lot of DPS from these infested Terrans.
And it's going down. Nicely done there by Vibe. And that's made the situation even worse here for Luvsic, who just doesn't really seem to have much to answer this with.
28 roaches to nothing, though.
Absolutely.
And 3 infestors right now defending, 5 more about to pop, so he's going to have about 8 infestors. It's going to be so close in defending because he has his own roaches popping out.
Well, he's going right up the ramp here, up against Infestors. Infestor energy is pretty good. Needs to get some good fungals on here, and I like the fact that Luvsic just went for it because he knew, oh, there's no way I can answer all of this harassment. Let's just go kill him. Maybe that'll work. And at the moment, it's doing okay, actually. There's the burrow. Where's the Overseer? There isn't one. So he won't be able to detect that, certainly. And let's see if he can hold on. Oh my god, Infested Terrans are just so good in this situation. That is a lot of roaches killed. 21 roaches on the way for Vibe. They're about to pop, and suddenly the tables are about to turn here on Luvsic's aggression.
Yeah, I think Vibe's going to be able to hold this off. More Infested Terrans coming down. There are roaches going towards the third as well, but Vibe, a very, very close hold there. I think really close. It could have easily tilted in favor of Luvsic, and in a Roach versus Roach war, once it tilts in favor of one opponent, it will heavily tilt, because 1 kill becomes 2, becomes 4, becomes 8.
Yeah.
But he manages to survive there with a 10 supply lead, with a third base. Vibe's in really good shape to actually knock out Fnatic's Luvsic here if he continues on this path.
Yeah, and I think he will, honestly. He's got a really big tech lead. He's going to get this situation where he's got +2 and a really big full-minute window to exploit it in. His Infestor count is pretty good. I mean, he's on 8 already versus his opponent's 0. He's going to 6.
I don't think he ever... Yeah, he has the Infestation Pit down now, but so late.
Oh, this timing is... Oh, no. Ooh, this is... I'm just checking if this is lined up. Are these going to pop before?
Yeah.
They are, yeah. Pathogen Glands is completely mistimed, which means that if Vibe were to hit during that time, that energy isn't going to be there for the fungals. And I don't know, everything's still kind of going wrong for Luvsic here, I feel, but he's got a reasonable number, and of course that defender's advantage. The question is, will it be enough?
Yeah, Vibe's just building 5 more drones to saturate these 3 bases perfectly. He's got all the overlords popping. He'll just max out now. He'll try to get to 200 as fast as he can and try to end the game with this next big assault. As we see, the roach count and the supply count will continue to rise for Vibe. Maybe 2 more overlords, then he's done. And Luvsic's going to be hard pressed. Without the +2, without the infestors, it's going to be difficult.
Very difficult indeed. I think it would involve some pretty significant screw-ups, I feel, from Vibe in this engagement. The question is, where does he go? Well, the third is a decent option here. He could just try and bring his opponent out of position, and he's actually just going to send a few roaches up to the top here, just prod at the natural, see what's going on there, maybe try and bring his opponent out of position, but Luvsic won't be fooled, or maybe he will. No, he's just sorting his concave out. He's not being fooled by that. That is... Oh, that was a fantastic fungal right there from Luvsic. But I don't think it's going to delay this all that much, honestly. And Vibe with the superior numbers is looking to now crash through here.
That +2 attack making a big difference in this fight.
Really
Look at it. Good fungals by Luvsic, but there's just too many roaches, 2 well upgraded roaches, and Vibe is going to smash through here.
Yeah, it looks like, or maybe not, actually. What happened there for Vibe, as far as I could see, is that actually Luvsic's concave was significantly better. Vibe had a lot of roaches in the back, not really doing all that much, and once the Infestor energy was gone and his ability to control his opponent's position had also disappeared, then he was unable to actually crack that. So Luvsic with the defender's advantage there now gets +2. However, we're going to now transition into Roach Hydra. So it's like, well, we're going to add some extra Hydra DPS at the back because we've got the extra range and we've got the +2. This is a good time to really exploit that, especially considering creep is starting to spread across the map. So mobility, oh wow, Vibe, you crazy, crazy man.
Yeah, he didn't lose those roaches, he just evacuated, so he can make a lot of Hydras.
Yeah,
he has a hive too, so he can actually get +3.
Yeah.
And I mean, it would take a long time to research for sure, but why else has he gone Hive at this moment?
20 Hydralisks. that's a massive number. I haven't seen that in a very, very long time indeed. This is not, in fact, Heart of the Swarm, by the way. Just to point people out, this Hive will not help with speed upgrades or anything like that. But I've got to say that Vibe is still in a really good position. And even though he didn't do the damage he hoped, he should have the superior army. With that many Hydralisks, I don't really see how Luvsic can actually hold off that much DPS. It's it's huge.
There's a lot of Hydras. There's a +3 attack on the way, as well as a Spire for a greater Spire eventually. But now we are going to see Vibe make his way across with a superior army composition. Doesn't have the high ground, though, which Luvsic does.
This is risky. Oh, he's going to send up... He's going to kind of bait a fungal out there. He's going to lose a few roaches in the process, but nothing he can't really replace. And if he can draw the army out of position, just bypass it entirely and go straight for the natural, then, which is exactly what he's doing, then this shouldn't be a problem for him. He's now on creep, so his Hydras are moving nicely. And, wow, this is a great position to actually receive this counter-aggression coming here from Luvsic.
Yeah, and look at that. Oh, Vibe's going to take his opponent's high ground, but all the ramp is a bit exposed, but look at that position. Look at that fungal.
Well, that's the one fungal. It's a good one as well. And Hydralisk count is absolutely huge here for Vibe. If he can bring it into the fray, he certainly can. The damage is absolutely brutal here. here. You can see the supply count plummet for Luvsic, who brings his Infestors into the fight, only to be absolutely rolled over by 22 Hydralisks with +2 here from Vibe. A great composition and great timing has absolutely obliterated Luvsic's army.
Yeah, look at that. Vibe very close to winning this series now. It's been close throughout the entire of the game, to be honest, as he makes his movement forward here. Oh my god, Hydra's slaughtered.
Oh, that's just a massacre. That should be illegal what's going on right there, but Vibe is just going to obliterate every Overlord he sees. The natural is just completely exposed here, and there is no answer to that many Hydralisks. GG, and Luvsic is out of the tournament after an excellent display there from Vibe in the comeback, and what a great game that was for him.
Great game, and Vibe moves on. Root Gaming has another player.